Alright, what is up YouTube? It's RSMario here bringing you another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video. There is a lot going on at one time. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot to talk about today. I know I haven't gotten a lot of videos out. I had work, then my birthday, so I went to celebrate my birthday with my family. So I've missed a lot of stuff. But we gonna roll with it though. We gonna roll with it. And then, you know, there's the coverage. I haven't even had a chance to play the DLC yet, so I hadn't had a chance to really cover it. Then they dropped this Nintendo Direct on me, so now I had to rejig this video to put in my Direct predictions. It's gonna be crazy. But what we're gonna do is we're going to go into some of the coverage that has been done for the Teal Mask DLC, even though I haven't played it yet. And then we're also going to go into some stuff that's going on with the Blueberry Academy DLC, which is the next DLC. And I want to do my predictions for the Nintendo Direct all in one video. So rock with me. This might be a long video. Of course, if you want to continue getting videos like this from me, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that good stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me. Follow me at twitter.com/RSMario128. Like my video tweet, share my video tweet, and I will shout you out in this section of the video. Alright, so let's get to the video. Alright, so we're going to get into some rapid fire stuff here from Centro's Teal Mask coverage. Centro is doing the Lord's work right now because since I haven't had a chance to play the DLC yet, I haven't really had a chance to do any coverage on it. So all the coverage is coming from Centro and from like data miners like Matt and Kurt. So they doing the Lord's work right now. So Centro, he dropped off a tweet talking about some of the old Pokemon are getting new abilities. So in particular, Empoleon's new hidden ability is competitive. So it used to be Defiant, which was okay because Defiant, every time like your stats are lowered, like by a move or something like that, your attack goes up, which is okay, but there's not many attack, you know, Empoleon, like physical Empoleons out there. So competitive does the same thing for special attack, which is actually really good because like Empoleon has like I believe it's above base 100 attack. So I mean special attack. So that's really good. Same thing goes for Shiftry with Wind Rider. Now, Wind Rider is that cool ability from the Tumbleweed Pokemon. Bambaglass? Bambaglass? I think that's what it's called. But Wind Rider, basically, if you get hit with a flying type move, the flying type move does not affect you, and you get a boost in your attack. You know what I'm saying? Which is actually pretty good for Shiftry, because again, base 100 attack. And if he has Tailwind, which I don't think he might have Tailwind, and not only does it boost her speed, but it also boosts her attack. So it turns Tailwind into freaking Dragon Dance, which Shiftry might be a problem now. He might be a problem now. Alright, so the next one is about hidden abilities. So all of the new Pokemon hidden abilities in the Teal Mask. So Diplin has Sticky Hold. Poltegeist has Heat Proof, which that's pretty good because he's a grass type Pokemon. Ogedogi has Guard Dog, which Guard Dog is actually kind of good, specifically for a physical attacker because if you get hit with Intimidate, your attack goes up instead of going down. And you can't be forced to switch out. So, you know, if somebody, you know, has a move or an item or something that forces you to switch out under some certain condition, Guard Dog blocks that. So you can't be forced to switch out. Monkey Dory gets Frisk, and Pheasant Dippity gets Technician. Technician is always a cool ability for a Pokemon, depending on its move set. So that's pretty cool. I think Pheasant Dippity and Ogedogi might be the winners here, and Poltegeist too, because Heat Proof is pretty good. So then it's Central also says you will need 150 Pokemon from you will need to catch 150 Pokemon from Kitakami for the Blood Moon Ursaluna side quest. So to activate that side quest with the photographer chick, you need 150 Pokemon. So you need to catch 150 Pokemon on Kitakami. Alright, so Matt, the data miner, found all the new TMs in Teal Mask. So there are 27 of them. Some pretty interesting ones here. So we've got like Roar, Toxic is back, Gravity and Smackdown. So all those like levitating flying Pokemon, they about to catch it. Gyro Ball is back now. High Horsepower, which is a pretty good one. Skull is back as a TM. You know, so that's pretty interesting. I want to see who can learn Skull, because Skull has always been a problem in competitive. Okay, because getting hit with water damage and getting a burn, bruh, that's always been lame. It's a lame feeling to get hit with a Skull in competitive, and especially with terrestrializing. So now you don't know what's a water type now, bruh. It's about to be real weird. It's about to be real weird and competitive, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this list. Oh, Dual Wing Beat is on here. Dual Wing Beat is a TM. Oh boy, that's. I want to see what the learn sets are now. I heard those were out too, but I haven't checked out the list yet. Cause honestly, I really ain't been on social media in a little while, to be honest. All right, so next we move on to Ogerpon. So Ogerpon, and basically how he works essentially. So each Ogerpon form has two abilities simultaneously, one at the beginning of battle and another one when it terrestrializes. So when it terrestrializes, it activates its ability Embody Aspect, which basically boosts one of its stats depending on the mask it's wearing. Alright, so its normal ability is Defiant with the Teal Mask, Water Absorb with the Water Mask, Mold Breaker with the Fire Mask, and Sturdy with the Rock Mask. All of them are pretty good abilities. I think Mold Breaker and Water Absorb are probably going to be the ones that, you know, are really stand out. I mean, because Defiant is good, but I don't know, like, is Ogerpon a good physical attacker? Because I haven't seen his stats yet. So if it's not a good physical attacker, then it's going to be like an Empoleon situation where it's like, what's the point, you know? Now, Embody Aspect basically boosts one of its stats based on whatever mask it's wearing. So I was wearing the Teal Mask, it gets a speed boost, right? So it boosts its speed. If it's the Water Mask, it boosts special defense. The Fire Mask, it boosts attack, and the Rock Mask, it boosts defense. So again, not bad. So now when Embody Aspect activates, it also changes into its special terrestrial form, which we have here. Hopefully Nintendo won't hit this video like they did my other video, because these are not leaks now. The game's already out, so you don't have to hit me, Nintendo. You need to have a corresponding mask as a hold item, otherwise Embody Aspect won't activate. So basically you need to be holding whatever the mask is that you want to activate when it gets when it terrorizes. So if you want to activate the water ability, you need the Water Mask, you know, essentially. And however, it has a negative effect. Terra types are locked and can't change. You can't change Ogerpon's Terra type. So basically, whatever Terra type it has corresponding to the mask, that's it. So now, does that mean that even if it doesn't have a mask, you can't change his Terra? Because that would be kind of interesting if he's just Terra locked completely. Like, you know, even if he doesn't have a mask, like, that would be kind of interesting. Because I would assume even if he doesn't have a mask, his Terra is probably grass. So this way, maybe they'll have like a special Ogerpon that has a special Terra. Like, you know, like they'll give it away like a 7-star raid or something. Alright, so we're going to get into the Indigo Disk leaks. Alright, so what happens is there's some information about Indigo Disk that was left in the data for Teal Mask, which usually what happens with Pokemon regardless. So we're going to get into that. If you don't want anything leaked about Indigo Disk, skip over to my Nintendo Direct predictions. If so, Lego. All right, so from Matt the Data Miner. So Game Freak made an oopsie. In the text data for Scarlet and Violet Update 2.0.1, they added stubbed text entries for abilities, items, moves, species, presumably to be added for Part 2 Indigo Disk. So there are at least 4 new abilities, 76 new items, which that's kind of crazy, 15 new moves, and 8 new species. So 15 new moves, so 8 of those, let's say 8 of those are probably going to be signatures for whatever those Pokemon happen to be. So that means that there's probably like 7 new moves for other Pokemon. Maybe like moves for legendaries, like actual new moves, not like returning moves. Then Central pops up and he says that it does seem that Diplin is getting an evolution. There's a space reserved for it in the Pokédex. So in the data mine, there's a space reserved after Diplin, between Diplin and Okidogi, where more than likely there's going to be a Diplin evolution, or it could be another evolution of Applin. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Diplin is going to be one evolution, and then another evolution will be brought out in the DLC. Either one will be pretty cool, though. Either one will be pretty cool with me. You know, what other apple could they bring out? Like, so we already have like apple. We already have like apple pie. We already have like the apple dragon looking thing. We already have like Diplin. So what other apple thing can they do? I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you think. You know what I'm saying? So then Indigo Disk will also introduce 27 new TMs. So more than likely that's going to be like what we got in Teal Mask, where they're bringing back some of these old moves that they got rid of as TMs, which is kind of good, which means that we'll probably get more competitive updates like we did in this DLC, because it looks like this DLC is probably going to shake up competitive pretty good. And the last bit from Indigo Disk was the new Pokemon that are going to be in that game. So we have Raging Bolt, Paradox Entei, Iron Crown, Paradox Terrakion, the Diplo evolution / cross evolution, because it could be an Applin evolution, Arculodon, Terrapagos, and a new Pokemon rumored to be based off Momotaro, which is probably going to be the new mythical for the new movie that I talked about in the other video. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably the new movie that Riddler Q was mentioning himself. So, that's about it for this. We're gonna get on into my Nintendo Direct predictions. What is up if you skipped over the Indigo Mask stuff? We're doing those Nintendo Direct predictions. We're gonna start off with Marco Mero, a name I haven't thought about in a long time. So he put up this little cipher here, and then Centro says, "Clown, your account." Basically said that the leakers are having problems with each other. So with Centro popping up like this, take this with a grain of salt. But I've heard some of this stuff bounced around before for the last week or so I thought I'd just talk about it. So it's Mario X2, so Mushroom X2, so Mario X2, so maybe 2 Mario games of some sort. Then he has Peach, and he has the drama emoji. So a lot of people are speculating that the Peach game is going to be called Peach Showtime, which could work because what we've seen of it does look like a side scroller that kind of looks like a play. It looks like it's on a stage like a play. You know what I'm saying? So then House HD. So Luigi's Mansion. So this is going to be Luigi's Mansion HD. So a new trailer for that. So that's predictable. You know what I'm saying? Zero X. So a lot of people are saying that F-Zero is getting something. Some people are saying it's going to be F-Zero 99, which Like, who cares, to be honest? Fire R. So this right here, Fire R. I'm thinking Fire Emblem Remake. Because again, I've been tooting this horn. I made a video, I believe last year, about there being several Fire Emblem projects in production. So far, 2 of those projects have come out. The only one that hasn't come out is the remake that I talked about in that video. So, I mean, if we don't get anything on it now, we're probably not going to get anything until like the next Switch comes out. And I don't know if Fire Emblem is that much of a like a, what do you call it? Like a marquee title that it could be a launch title. But it's possible though. It's possible. Depending on whatever the launch lineup for the new Switch is, I can see Fire Emblem being a launch title, or Fire Emblem could be like one of the swan song titles that end off the Switch. Because everybody thinks that Metroid Prime 4 is going to be the last big game. I feel like Metroid Prime would be like a better cross-generation game. Kind of like how Twilight Princess was with the Wii and the Wii U. Or how Breath of the Wild was with Switch and the Wii U, you know? I kind of feel like that Metroid Prime 4 will work for that, you know? So, Fire Emblem Remake is a possibility. But cross your fingers. Pray for your boy. You know what I'm saying? That we get that Fire Emblem game. So then we have a monkey, a number 6, and then a Uno reverse type of deal. So I'm thinking that maybe this is gonna be like a Donkey Kong game. I'm not sure what Donkey Kong 6 is. What is the 6th Donkey Kong game? Or it could be Donkey Kong 64, which, I mean, did anybody ask for a remake of Donkey Kong 64? I didn't. You know what I'm saying? And then Metroid Prime X2, which is, of course, Metroid Prime Squared, or Metroid Prime 4, technically. Now, could we see that? That's a possibility. My personal predictions. So I think what we're going to see, I think we're going to see some ports. I think we're going to see some remakes. Particularly, I think they're going to drop the Zelda games. So Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. I think they're going to drop those 2. Because, I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? They might come out like first quarter next year. Because again, if all the situations and stuff are true that we're getting a new console next year, then they'll need something to carry over people, you know, until that console comes out. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, I mean, you still have to worry about the stock price. You still have to worry about the performance of the company leading into the new system. So I can see them dropping those remakes like the beginning of next year to give people something to do. So they can announce them now and say they drop like January. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm not mistaken, they did the same thing with Fire Emblem Engage. They announced it at like Nintendo Direct, and then it dropped in January. I can see them doing that. I don't think we'll see any Pokemon, unfortunately. Because that would be awesome if they dropped the Indigo Disk trailer, but I don't think we'll see that. I think they're going to drop that probably in the next 2-3 weeks or whatever. I think we're going to see Metroid Prime 4. It's going to be like we're going to show you this, like at the end of the show. We'll probably see Metroid Prime 4. If there is a Fire Emblem game coming, this is the time. This is the time. This is the time that we need. We need this. Pray, okay? All right. I need y'all to get like Goku. I need you to put your hand on the screen. I need you to put your hand in mine, and we need to work together to get that Fire Emblem game to come out. Because I love making Fire Emblem videos, bro. I want to make Fire Emblem videos again. Engage is great. I haven't finished the game yet, but I don't know. For some reason, it just didn't do it for me like Three Houses did. I don't know what it was. I still like the game though. Like the idea of the rings and the spirit helpers, and I like the game, but there's something about it that just didn't click like Three Houses did. So I just It just fell off for me. I don't know what it was. We'll probably get a Luigi's Mansion. We'll probably get that. Let's see. Oh, Super Mario Wonder. We'll probably get something else for Super Mario Wonder. There's supposed to be a Mario versus Donkey Kong game. I think we're going to get that as well. I think this is going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be 40 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to stream it. Because, I mean, I might be able to stream it. I might do that. But that's about it for this. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real.